Thank you, Catherine. My EGFR went from 38 to 64. My creatinine is 1.1 again.
How my patient got off kidney disease. His creatinine is back in the normal range. And he did it by supplementing one mineral. Just one. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine, and honestly, I am still buzzing from this message. There is no better news for me than hearing that a patient of mine literally does not have kidney disease anymore. You are reading that right. This patient I was seeing, his kidney function improved so much, his creatinine and GFR are back in the normal range. He is not just better, he is healthy. And he left me a message here on Double O Kidney, and I just had to share it with you today. Because here's the thing, this isn't just a good result. This is one of the most impressive improvements I've ever seen in my entire career. But it's not just about the numbers. No. What's even more impressive, what's even more shocking, is the reason why he improved. It was an undiagnosed mineral deficiency. Yes, a completely treatable, completely invisible issue that was destroying his kidney function year after year. You have to hear this story. Let's read his comment. I'm honestly still in shock at how my life has changed after starting to see you. My kidney problems all started from years of high blood pressure that never seemed under control no matter what meds they put me on. Every time I went to the doctor, it felt like they just added another pill. Stop right there. Guys, stop me if this sounds like your life. Does that sound familiar? The pill treadmill? You go to the doctor, the pressure is high. They add a pill. It doesn't work. They add another pill. And thank you so much, Gary, for sharing your story here, because I believe there are thousands of people watching this right now who are stuck in that exact same trap. Because here's the thing. There is one simple test, a test that all CKD patients should be doing at least once a year. And yet, almost no doctor ever prescribes it. One mineral, one test, one simple deficiency that, once we treated it, solved this patient's blood pressure problem completely. Let's read the rest. This is the best part. Nobody ever checked why my pressure was so stubborn. Nobody ever mentioned a deficiency. I started taking the supplement in the evenings, like you told me, and within minutes I felt calmer, like my body wasn't fighting itself all the time. And the craziest thing, I went from 4 medications down to 2. My GFR went from 38 to 64, just because you found out I had a magnesium deficiency. Magnesium, one word, one mineral. A deficiency in magnesium made my patient's blood pressure impossible to manage. It was like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. It is not a secret that patients with low magnesium tend to end up tied to a machine much sooner. And do you know what's the worst part? The twist in this horror story? The blood pressure medication he was taking was causing the problem. The pills were draining his magnesium, which raised his blood pressure, which made him take more pills. Now guys, please wait a moment before rushing to Amazon to buy a magnesium supplement, because here's the thing. While magnesium is an incredibly important mineral for kidney health, no doubt about it, if you have CKD, you need to be careful with supplements. Not all magnesium supplements are safe. Some are trash. Some could hurt you. So before I show you exactly how to supplement magnesium, I am going to show you how to tell if you need magnesium at all. So the big question, what does a magnesium deficiency actually look like? Well, let's take a look at my infographic. It's all in there. Since magnesium supports so many essential functions, even a tiny drop in your levels and your body starts sending distress signals. Seriously, it doesn't take much. So please don't brush this off. First, look for jitters and also muscle twitches, usually around the eyelids or legs, alright? Jaw clenching, teeth grinding, or maybe headaches that just won't quit. If those are caused by lack of magnesium, you'll feel wired, restless, anxious, and you won't know why. Insomnia, that's a huge one. You're exhausted, but you can't sleep. And yeah, millions of people are popping sleeping pills right now when all they really need is a little bit of magnesium. Another weird symptom, food cravings. Your body has strange ways of asking for help. Do you find yourself constantly reaching for chocolate or salty snacks? That isn't just a craving. That could be your body begging for magnesium. Now, if you have diabetes, listen closely. Low magnesium levels are very dangerous for diabetes patients. Magnesium helps regulate insulin. Without it, your blood sugar can skyrocket. And since magnesium deficiency is tied to high blood pressure, a magnesium deficiency is basically the perfect storm for kidney damage. Diabetes plus high blood pressure. Can you imagine anything worse for your kidneys? And if magnesium deficiency it goes untreated, it gets scary. Electrolyte imbalances, chest pain, palpitations, arrhythmias. Your heart starts beating out of rhythm. Yeah, lots of fun, especially because doctors are not trained to think magnesium deficiency when they see these symptoms. And standard lab tests, they are notoriously unreliable. Why? Because 99% of your magnesium is hidden inside your cells or bones, not floating in your blood. So let's be real. If you go to your doctor complaining about headaches, anxiety, and poor sleep, are they going to think magnesium? No. They are going to give you some Tylenol, maybe an antidepressant, and tell you it's just stress. They'll tell you to just relax. Just relax, buddy. Yeah, being told to relax always works, right? It definitely won't make your blood pressure skyrocket, especially while you know they are billing your insurance $500 for that brilliant diagnosis. Many of these symptoms are vague. They could be anything. Now guys, we will see exactly how to supplement magnesium and fix this in a moment. But first, listen. If you are like my patient Gary, if you feel like there is a missing piece to your puzzle but nobody is looking for it, if you are tired of being told to just relax while your kidneys get worse, then it is time to stop guessing. That's where I come in. My specialty is being the medical detective your doctor doesn't have time to be. I offer one-on-one consultations aimed at finding the root cause, whether it's a hidden mineral deficiency, a diet mistake, or a medication issue. We will find it and you'll walk away with a crystal clear plan, what to take, what to eat, and exactly how to protect your kidneys. So if you want the same kind of breakthrough Gary had, if you want to fight kidney decline with strategy, send me an email at catherine@newhopeforkidneypatients.com or click the link in the description. This could be your breakthrough. Okay guys, let's go back to the symptoms for one moment. So let's say you are ticking the boxes. You have the twitching, the fatigue, or maybe the cravings. Now the question is, how do you make sure it's actually a magnesium deficiency? How can you tell? How can you tell if your high blood pressure, your anxiety, your insomnia are being caused by a lack of magnesium or by something else entirely? Because I know what you are thinking right now. Catherine, if a magnesium deficiency can literally kill us, why don't we just take one of those fancy magnesium supplements and call it a day? Wouldn't a bottle of magnesium orotate or magnesium glycinate or even the powerful magnesium L-threonate immediately solve all these issues? Yeah, all the influencers are promoting those, right? They say they are miracles. Why shouldn't we take them? I mean, they are expensive, but not as expensive as the doctor's bill or a funeral, right? Well guys, here's the thing. Despite what most influencers will tell you, if you have CKD, supplementing random minerals is not safe. Magnesium in particular is cleared by the kidneys, alright? And the last thing you want is to take a supplement that puts even more pressure on your kidneys. That is the exact opposite of what we are trying to do. What I'm basically telling is that if you have advanced CKD, you need to be sure your magnesium is low before taking a supplement, alright? But don't worry, there is a simple way to understand if your symptoms are caused by magnesium deficiency. A simple way to connect the dots. How do we do that, you ask? Well, simply by looking into your medicine cabinet. Because here's the truth about magnesium deficiency. In most cases, it's not your diet, it's not your body, it's not your kidneys. In most cases, the cause of a magnesium deficiency is a drug you are taking. The vast majority of magnesium deficiency cases in CKD patients are caused by a prescription drug, in particular by the medications you see on screen right now. So take a screenshot right now and this is the point of the whole video, alright? If you have, let's say, 3 or 4 or more of the symptoms I was describing earlier, and you are taking one of these drugs, you are at risk. You could be magnesium deficient right now. So let's see what drugs can cause a magnesium deficiency, shall we? The worst offenders, thiazide diuretics and loop diuretics. They lower your blood pressure, but they force your kidneys to flush your magnesium down the toilet. Very dangerous. And also, metformin. This one is usually considered very safe, right? But it can drain your magnesium levels over time. And then we need to talk about PPIs, Prilosec, Nexium, and the rest. These are for acid reflux. A lot of people take them, but they are so bad for the kidneys, and sage CKD patients are now suing drug companies. Think about that. 1,800 and 706 people who took a pill for heartburn ended up with kidney failure. And yes, dialysis itself can cause magnesium deficiency too. It's a minefield out there, and you have to stay informed, like you are doing right now. So be careful. But now the question is, how do we fix it? How do we treat a magnesium deficiency? First step, food. Including the right foods will make a deficiency way less likely. Don't believe me? Let's see what my patient Gary did. I've been doing the morning smoothie with moringa and raw cacao and eating amaranth, spinach, flaxseed. Yeah, I gave him a list and he followed it. And actually, one of the foods on this list is so rich in magnesium, it could solve the issue completely without the need for any supplement at all. Let's take a look. Because as you can see, one of the foods in this list can give you the 50% of your RDI for magnesium in just a couple of teaspoons. I'm talking about moringa powder. So let's talk about this superfood. Because while moringa powder is probably the #1 best magnesium source you can add to your renal diet, there is more to moringa than just magnesium. In fact, when you add this superfood to your diet, you are also going to get a significant amount of antioxidants, quercetin and vitamin C in particular, that work together to protect the kidneys. Moringa is also rich in iron, which helps prevent anemia. Moringa has a delicious green and spinachy taste. It's actually a very pleasant taste, and it's super easy to add to your smoothies, salads, juices, or even soups. Seriously, throw it in a smoothie and boom, done. Now, something else you want to add to your diet is amaranth. This is an ancient whole grain, and if you watch me, you know what I think about whole grains. They are the cornerstone of a renal diet. Look at this study. 3 portions a day drop blood pressure by 6/3 millimeters of mercury. 6/3! That is better than some medications. And this was tested on over 200 participants, alright? And amaranth in particular is even more interesting than most whole grains because it doesn't just pack a ton of fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins. It's also one of the best sources of natural magnesium you can add to your diet. And let's talk about raw cacao. Not everyone can fit this superfood in their diet, but if you can, go for it. Not a candy bar, real raw cacao. Do you remember those chocolate cravings I was mentioning? They tell you that your magnesium is low, and adding a teaspoon of this to your smoothie can actually satisfy that need and fix the deficiency. Now, let's talk about seeds, because here's the thing. If you are not including seeds in your diet every day, if you are not grinding some flaxseed on top of your salad, if you are not adding chia seeds to your smoothies, well, you are missing out. Seeds such as hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds are not just some of the best magnesium sources you can find. They are superfoods with amazing kidney protecting benefits. Flax seeds in particular have anti-inflammatory properties so powerful, they have been linked to decreased kidney damage in IgA nephropathy. So, this is my point. The diet, it should always come first. No supplement can beat real food. But sometimes you need a boost. Sometimes you need a supplement. Let's see which magnesium supplement is best for you. So, let's talk about magnesium supplements. Now listen to me. Most influencers will try to sell you the hype.
You need magnesium glycinate. It's more bioavailable. Get magnesium L-threonate. It crosses the blood-brain barrier.
Stop. Here is the truth. I've been working with CKD patients for more than a decade, and in my entire career, I have recommended magnesium L-threonate to a CKD patient maybe once. But I have told dozens of patients or more to stop taking it. They were taking a supplement that was potentially damaging their kidneys just because some guy on the internet said it was a miracle. Guys, your kidneys don't need hype. They need simple stuff that works. So let's look at the real list. Let's see which forms of magnesium I have actually recommended my patients and why. So if you take a look at my table, you should see some of the forms of magnesium that could actually be prescribed to someone with CKD. So which form of magnesium should you choose? Well, you don't need any of those ultra-rare, overhyped magnesium supplements that cost an arm and a leg. The 2 most commonly used forms for CKD, they are magnesium oxide and carbonate. And they are cheap as dirt. And yes, I know they aren't trendy, but there is a reason we use them. We don't want ultra-bioavailable. We don't want it flooding your blood all at once. Now, I'm going to tell you something you didn't expect. Some of those hype supplements are so bioavailable, they are way more likely to cause a problem than to solve one. We want safety. So which form of magnesium is best for you depends on your stage, phosphorus level, and if you need a laxative or not. For example, if a patient has low magnesium and they are also suffering from constipation, magnesium oxide could be the right choice. Two birds, one stone. For a patient with high phosphorus, magnesium carbonate could be the right choice. This form of magnesium binds to phosphorus in the intestine, reducing the absorption of this toxin. Again, two birds, one stone. Now, magnesium citrate, which is a lot more bioavailable, is usually not recommended in the advanced stages of CKD. But magnesium citrate has a very significant alkalizing effect on the body, meaning that it will help you get rid of excess acid. Just like sodium bicarbonate, but instead of raising your blood pressure due to sodium content, it might even lower it. So in short, be careful, make sure you actually have a deficiency before you start popping pills. Check your medicine cabinet, check your diet. And if you want more kidney saving secrets that your doctor isn't telling you, click this video right here. I'll see you there, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!